After 45 years of history, this name comes to the 911 for the seventh time. And in the Porsche dictionary, the word turbo means very fast. And if we add the S, it means devilishly fast.
Es una pasada. ¿Cómo acelera este 911?
It's amazing how this 911 Turbo S accelerates. It's similar to a Formula One. I almost lose my head when starting. It's impressive, impressive. It is one of the fastest street cars I've ever tested. I have never driven any car that accelerates like this. When you exit every corner and accelerate fully, it leaves you glued to the seat. And it's not surprising, because it's the most powerful 911 Turbo ever. The Boxer engine now delivers 650 horsepower, 70 more than the previous generation. Despite this increase, it continues to transmit power perfectly to the ground, thanks, above all, to the all-wheel drive system.
Aunque me gusta mucho cómo empujan los atmosféricos,
although I like how atmospheric engines push, the power delivery of this 911 Turbo S is overwhelming, almost excessive, I would say. There are no straights, it eats them up and you are constantly thinking about the next corner when you accelerate out of the previous one. The turbo kick is wild from low in the rev range, but as the needle goes up into the red sum of the tachometer, you will notice it more. It's completely addictive. That's why you don't care accelerating wherever you want, because the car responds at any time, at any speed. That allows you to corner in 2 or 3 different gears, because as soon as you apply the gas, you go out like a shot. And when it's time to change gears, you find an old acquaintance, the PDK 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. Shift up and down almost instantaneously, you hardly notice any jitters.
tocas la leva y ¡pam!
You touch the paddle and bang! In a matter of milliseconds, you are in another gear. There are very few manual boxes in the market capable of changing faster than this one. It's awesome! And to further increase performance, the turbo's aerodynamics have been improved, with a wider body and a new rear wing. This can generate up to 170 kilograms of downforce in the most aggressive position, which is combined with the Sport Plus mode. On straights, it's fast, very fast, but cornering is when you notice how the car tries to get its grip. It's a car in which you do not want to drift. It doesn't ask you to. What you want is to achieve the maximum precision you can have, and it gives you all. It's total. The all-wheel drive system automatically modulates how much power it sends to each axle, making it smooth around corners and as effective as possible. This is also due to the tuning of all the components, such as the sport chassis, the PASM adaptive suspension that lowers the ground clearance by 10 mm, and the rear wheel steering, which turns the wheels in the same direction or vice versa, depending on the speed. But as they say, in addition to knowing how to go fast, you have to know how to brake. And this 911 Turbo S has carbon ceramic brakes with 4 piston calipers at the rear and 10 at the front. Yes, you heard right, 10 in the front. It's amazing how it brakes. Nevertheless, for a daily driver, these are not the most recommended brakes, but here at the Qatar circuit, they are behaving wonderfully and are the best ally I can have. These type of brakes need to warm up. When cold, they are not as effective, but if you manage to reach their optimum operating temperature, braking can be almost as spectacular as acceleration. It is incredible that there are street cars that brake as well as a racing car, and that they have even more power than many of them. Some people will say that 650 horses is a lot for a street car, but today, thanks to electronics, they are rather tame. This 911 Turbo S, it's a proof of that. I have tried every generation of the 911 Turbo, from the 930 to the 992, and of them all, my favorite is the 997 Mark II. But as I always say, with good sports cars, something happens, and it's also true here. The latest always surpasses the former. So you have to wonder, how far can Porsche be able to go?